Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Umamusume. And finally, the goal sheet event is here, which has a lot of challenges for us to complete and a lot of rewards as well. So I wanted to talk about what parts you should probably be getting started early, because some of the things are going to take a little bit longer than the others. Now, of course, probably one of the biggest things for everyone is the login event, which is you just log in 10 days and you get 564, I think, carrots every single day. So for a total of 5,640, which is almost 40 pulls. And then they have also brought back the free scouting. So how the free scouting is going to go: for the first 7 days, you'll be able to do a support card scout. And so you'll just want to make sure you log in so you actually get to do the free pull. And then on, I think it's the 11th, a free pull for the Pretty Derby Scout is also going to start. So they're going to overlap just a little bit. So you'll have one free pull here and one free pull there for a few days. And then this will continue on for 9 days after that. But anyways, getting on to the challenges, that's just kind of gonna want to make you log in every single day to make sure you get those rewards. But when we're talking about the challenges, there are a few of these challenges that are gonna take significantly longer than others. So I've already completed a few challenges, but most of them I only did one run, right? And I got a whole bunch of these challenges done. But there are a few in here that are gonna be more difficult. So first of all, this one, you can see I did one run and I already did this because I did my run with Gold Ship. Gold Ship is obviously going to have this run in her career already. So as long as you do 2 runs with her and you actually win this race, then you should be fine there. And then there's just going to be a lot of stuff like just pick some races and do them. You'll probably get this done over the course of time, but you can see even in my one run I didn't do any G3 races, so just make sure you're coming back to check what you don't have completed yet. Now we're getting into the ones that start to take more time. In the 2 weeks here that this event is going on, you have to win 516 races. You can see on my one run I won about 13. So this is going to take you some time, but as long as you're doing like 3 careers a day, you should easily be able to get this done. It's just a matter of don't put it off until the last day, otherwise this is going to be a nightmare to actually complete. Acquire beneficial stuff is just going to happen randomly, so I wouldn't be too worried about that one. And just getting fans is also going to happen on its own. But something important to note is there is a challenge for Gold Ship to have a specific number of fans, the 5.6 million fans here. Now, funnily enough, if you already have this number, you don't have to do this challenge anymore because you'll just get it automatically. You could see that I'm almost at 2 million. I only did one run with her that gave me about 340,000, but you get to keep all the fans that you already had as progress towards this challenge. So I think this is probably going to be the most annoying because it's going to force you to do a whole bunch of Gold Ship runs. So if you're not aware that you need to get 5.6 million fans with Gold Ship, then this is one of those challenges that you might forget about. So I would probably start working on this one as soon as possible, because you can see here I still need 3.6 million fans, 3.7 million fans, and that's going to take probably 10 to 12 runs-ish, assuming that you're winning and maybe doing some extra races in there. And you can see that we also have a challenge for just everyone getting that total amount of fans during the course of this event. But I think the Gold Ship part is going to be a lot more annoying because people might not realize immediately that you have to be using Gold Ship to actually get these fans. And then after that, we just got to complete a whole bunch of career goals. Again, just going to take you a lot of runs. The goals are the important races along the way, so preferably you're actually winning. You can't just start a run and lose immediately. And then other stuff is team trials, but I think most people should be able to get these. Just like do your team trials, use up the tokens for them. Some of them might be a little bit more annoying, like if you're like me and your team for long races kind of sucks, then you're just kind of betting and hoping that you win 6 races. But you could always make your teams slightly better to make up for that over the course of the event, and hopefully you will get that done as well. And then just like play team trials, win team trials, trigger friendships. That's just gonna happen just because. Race at different places. Just from doing a single gold ship run, I raced at like all these different places already, except for this one, so you might have to make sure and go out of your way unless whatever character you're using already has that. And then here's the final missions for completing all the other missions. If you do them all, you get nice 150 carats. Now there are a few other things to think about in this event, which is the shop here. If you didn't notice, the shop added in the friendship store gold ship star pieces. So if you are on your way to ranking up gold ship, then this is an easy way to get you 50 more of them. But it is going to take away from your ability to get this card. Now, the one thing to note about this card that a lot of people have already bought this card. This card isn't useful right now, right? So you could take your time. You don't need to focus on this card quite at the moment. I'm sure that everyone will give you a good enough warning when Guts is actually going to become good and that this card will actually be useful. For now, I would focus on getting other stuff that you want, like star pieces, but just make sure that you are thinking about getting this, and whenever you have extra friendship points, maybe start picking up a few of these, so by the time it actually does come around, you're ready to max this card out and actually use it, because it's a good welfare card. But yeah, if you want gold ship pieces, this is going to be good. I'll probably pick it up once I get closer to 50, because it takes you 100 to get to 3 stars from 2 stars. So once I get closer to that range is probably when I'll buy it. No reason to buy it when you have no use for them, but you do want to probably get it before the end of the event, unless you just don't care about ranking up gold ship. Now, the final thing that I wanted to talk about that you should start on early is when you're picking your scenario. There's this new mode. So we have normal mode, but we have new Golshi mode, which makes the game harder. I'm not exactly sure what it means by harder. It seemed like a lot of the races were maybe slightly more difficult, but on my first run that I did, I was able to win perfectly fine. So I'm not that concerned with it being super hard, but after one run, I got 100,000 money from this. Now you could get up to this 1.2 million, you just have to complete career goals. So depending on how many of the career goals you actually complete is going to be how much money you get after a single run. And it seems like, I don't know if it depends on character, because Gold Ship happened to have 9 career goals to complete, and maybe the URA final counts as one as well, I'm not sure. But it gave me exactly 100,000, which would make sense if it was like 10,000 per goal. But anyways, I would definitely get started on this one early, especially if you're struggling with this event, because everyone needs money right now. So this is a good way to pick up 1.2 million monies, and it can count towards all the other challenges that you need to do as well. It's just like a slightly more difficult career, but overall I think it should be pretty doable for everyone. And even if you can't win these careers, as long as you can complete some of the career goals, you should be able to get all of this money. But anyways, that is what I wanted to talk about as far as the event. All the login stuff, as well as the challenges that you should get started earlier on, because some of them are gonna take you some time. In the next one, we'll actually start like grinding the event, but I just wanted to do a short one here so we could talk about all the separate things that you need to be checking off on a day-to-day basis. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.